2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship participating teams are Canada, United States, Sweden, Switzerland, Czechia, Slovakia, Germany, Denmark, Latvia, France, Kazakhstan, Italy, Austria, Great Britain, Norway. Finland.
Arvoisa yleisö, jos pystyt, pyydän nousemaan ylös kuulemaan kansallislaulua. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise for the national anthem. Maamme laulun esittää National Anthem of Finland is performed by Halo Helsinki.
Oi maamme Suomi synnyinmaa, soi sana kultainen. Ei laaksoa, ei kukkulaa, ei vettä rantaa rakkaampaa kuin kotimaata pohjoinen. Maa kallis isien. Ei laaksoa, ei kukkulaa, ei vettä rantaa rakkaampaa kuin kotimaata pohjoinen. Maa kallis isien. Come on, Suomi!
Ladies and gentlemen, now we hear opening ceremony speeches. First, greetings from the patron of 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship, the President of Finland, Mr. Sauli Niinistö.
Dear ice hockey fans and players, welcome to the 2022 Ice Hockey World Championship tournament. I'm delighted that Finland has the honor of staging the tournament again. There's hardly a better place for an opening match, not just for the new arena, also for the fact that Tampere is usually referred to as the home capital of ice hockey in Finland. We will see in the course of the tournament if the new Tampere arena is truly a new lion's den. No matter about the result, ice hockey has always united people all over the world. From year to year, millions of people gather around TV to support their national team. During the game, we have no difficulties to show our true emotions. The true winner within the tournament is all of you who share this emotional reunion. By these words, I hope you all have the most exciting sports event. Good luck for all teams.
Next, the chairman of the 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Organizing Committee and the Finnish Ice Hockey Association, Mr. Harri Nummela.
Hyvää iltaa, Suomi ja suomalaiset. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The IIHF 2022 Ice Hockey World Championship is now ready to start. The Finnish Ice Hockey Association wants to thank those people and organizations and the organizing cities of Helsinki and Tampere who have made this all possible. While working, you've shown passion and commitment in order to make it possible that after 2 challenging pandemic years, the family of ice hockey can again be together. I also want to thank those 1,300 volunteers who now have joined us. Without you, it wouldn't be possible to organize this World Championship. Dear friends of ice hockey, during the next 17 days, we will live, enjoy, and work as a strong and unified family of ice hockey. And together, as our slogan says, we are making miracles. Lämpimästi tervetuloa jääkiekon maailmanmestaruuskisoihin. You are all warmly welcome to the Ice Hockey World Championship.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to open the 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship, the President of the International Ice Hockey Federation, Mr. Luke Tardif.
Hyvää iltaa, Suomi! Hyvää iltaa, Tampere! Mr. President, first of all, congratulations for the organization, so far fantastic. To the public authority to help you and all the volunteers who will work 2 weeks in a row to present these fantastic games. Since 2019, we played without spectator. So it's a real pleasure for me to see you back on the arena, you fans and passionate by ice hockey. Welcome. On behalf of the International Ice Hockey Federation, I declare these World Championship 2022 open. enjoy the game and make miracles.
Officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation. The referees, Fraser Lawrence, Mikael Noor. The lines persons, Maxim Chapu, Nikola Konstantinou.
Host Finland getting set to take on Norway. Game 2 of opening day of the 2022 World Hockey Championship. Silver medal last year for Finland as they lost to Canada. For Norway, they went 3-4 last year. They beat the teams they were supposed to, but it was not good enough to get them into the quarterfinal. And for Finland, they won the opener, lost game 2, and Finland never lost again until the gold medal game against Canada. And Dave Tomlinson, Finland, #1, and expected to do very well here in this tournament again.
Their winning ways continue going back from 2019 to the Olympics, and of course stumbling last year, losing in overtime to Canada. But these two teams, Finland and Norway, faced each other last year, a 5-2 win for Finland. And Okanara will take the crease for the Finns. He was the best player in Media All-Star last year for Finland, and always tough in the nets for Norway. Henrik Haukeland, who was the best player for his team at last year's tournament as well.
So Finland and Norway get set to meet. The referees are Fraser Lawrence of Canada, Mikael Nord of Sweden, Maxim Chapu of Canada, along with Nicolas Constantino of France are the linesmen for this game. As day 1 will wrap up, each team will play twice before Sunday night rolls around. 3 games tomorrow, another 3 on Sunday, as the 2022 World Championship gets going with a bang. The building should be full, and that is good, as Finland and Norway get set to meet. Johannes Johansson will get this to the Finland line no further. Inola will carry it right back in. Inola got stopped inside the line, gets jammed out at center by Tobias Flateby, and he'll take it back into his own zone. Banks it off the boards. This deflects off the stick. That negates icing. And Norway in on the attack. Norway very much aware that it will have its hands full with not only the Finland team, but with the Finland fans that have filled this Nokia arena. Seppala will slam this around the boards, comes all the way around. Solston trying to take it there for Norway, and it goes off a stick and ends up out of play.
Last year's tournament, of course, fans weren't allowed in until the bronze medal and gold medal games, and as Finland does have a traveling contingency, my interest is how the Finnish team reacts when they've got a crowd yelling at them to shoot or to hit or to try to make that individual play, because that's just not the style of Finland. They like to wear teams down.
Krogdahl sends it in. Seppala goes in after it. Charging into the corner there was Haga. And it's cleared all the way back into the Norwegian end of the ice. Finland in on the attack. A pass to the front of the net was in behind. Valtteri Filppula, the captain of this Finnish team. Jussi Olkinuora will snap this up on the glass. It gets jammed up and played back down in behind the net by Erik Solston. Joel Armia tried to play it up the boards. Mikael Seppala puts it in behind his own net and taken there by Ati Otama. Early in this one, Finland and Norway. Otama will dish it off. Cleared up through center. And a little bit of room for Toni Rajala. Sends it around the boards, on and off the stick of Jiri Salonen. Kept inside the zone though. Dished off. Trying to work that to the front of the net was Rajala. And it's cleared away by Norway.
And we're seeing Norway very structured, almost like a 2-3, and pressing towards the boards when Finland comes up the ice.
Sami Vatanen with 473 NHL games under his belt. Plays this up the right side boards, and it's deflected into the Norway zone. Sent back around the wall by Rajala, and this will make its way all the way back into the Finnish zone.
A couple of times Finland has come up with a puck in the offensive zone. They put it back to the point, and there's no defenseman at the blue line.
Brecky will play it back into his own zone. Lead pass intercepted at the Finnish blue line. Manalainen will send it in, tries to pick up that loose puck, got stopped there by Littleberg, and it's cleared back out at center. Flip back in, and Haugland will swing it around the boards. Nice little redirect up the middle, on and off the stick of Mathis Olam. The 36-year-old veteran of this Norway team. There's a shot to the short side high. Another veteran, Mats Rosalie Olsen. Olsen in his 8th World Championship. Mathis Olam in his 14th. Olam will carry it to the line, drops it off. Mats Rosalie Olsen, shot to the short side, and Jussi Olkinuora will hang on to it.
Mathis Olam, the highest scoring Norwegian at the World Championship. Game number 91 for him, as you see everybody wearing blue or white in this building, and the cheers are going to get louder as this game goes on. They've been waiting for this for a while, Dennis. This new building had hockey in December. Ilves and Tampere, the two teams that call this building home.
Finland had 8 one-goal games last year. They won 7. So tight games right up their alley. Play gets whistled down. This will be a glove pass. And we get a stoppage in play.
And so far, and it is early, Norway is playing their way to a T. Not trying to chase too much, making sure that there's 5 players between the puck and their own net, even in the offensive zone. So not taking any sort of chances, not trying to feed anything to this Finnish team.
Bounced out at center and now slammed in. Back to Sastool. And Norway back in on the attack with Jiri Inola. Inola will send it across. Hartikainen drops it back at the line. The slap shot through some traffic, never did get through. Lehkonen at the line, floats one, that got blocked as well. Norway into the shooting lanes early in this one. Inola back to the right point. Heitinen. Inola, and a shot, and that did not miss by much, maybe off the left shoulder of the netminder, and then maybe ticking even off the pipe.
Finally, the Finns, in creating a loose pocket, some cycle play, find an open man, and that's Manninen. Looking upstairs over the glove. Haugland takes the angle. Oh, went off his own teammate.
Just over the crossbar. Some friendly fire there on Teuvo Hartikainen. Valtteri Filppula in to take the face-off. 1,056 NHL games played for the veteran Valtteri Filppula. Joel Armia up with the puck, and play again whistled down.
For me, Filppula, in all his years in Detroit, probably learned the most in watching Pavel Datsyuk. Puck protection, using your backhand for deception, and then the quick cut to the forehand. He's still going strong, Filppula is.
Key part of that Olympic gold medal winning team. Seppala gets to center, the cross ice pass is knocked away. Ludwig Hof throws it back around, comes to the right point, jumping in there was Klavestad, couldn't get the shot away. Norstabo waits for it to come around, takes a bump from the other number 10, Joel Armia. Armia not in his customary number 40 jersey, but with a number 10 sweater. In from the line, holding it in, was Pessanen. A big overtime goal by him in the Olympics in a game against Sweden that had them down 3-0 late in the third. They scored 3 in the final 6 minutes. And then Pessinen ended it in overtime. Grabbed off in behind the net. Trying to work it out front was Jiri Salonen. Turned it over though. Finland back on the regroup. Dropped back by Rajala. Former Brandon Wheat King. Dished off into the corner. Sami Vatanen had it, lost it, gets it back. And Vatanen with the A on his jersey sends it on for Marko Antila, who does nothing but get big goals for Finland, but it's turned over in the neutral zone. Back in, Olam unable to get a shot away. Again, no Ken Andre Olam in this game, as Dave mentioned earlier. Amo Lilligren gets it inside the Finnish blue line, and Seppala there for Finland. Ville Poka gets it out the center. That's as far as that play gets. And is getting spilled at center was Teemu Hartikainen. Venäläinen for Ville Poka. Lays it up for Hartikainen. No room up the right side boards. Finland starts to change. And Seppala will park in behind his own net.
Finland is just sitting on one shot so far in the hockey game, and this is a credit to Norway. They're not allowing a lot coming up ice.
Sakari Manninen trying to penetrate the Norway zone, could not. Played cross ice, and Jiri Inala will dump it in and go in after it. Inala to the backboards, he goes hard with Krugdahl. They battle for a loose puck, it comes free. Manninen back to the line, Poka near side. Lettinen gets it back, wrister from the far side by Heitinen. And that is grabbed and held, and we'll get a stoppage in play. Scoreless here in period one. Scoreless in this one. Canada gets the opening goal against Germany. Cole Sillinger with the marker. Finland will play again tomorrow night, as they will go back to back. Roxeth tried to play this up the wall. It got blocked. And it comes around to the near side where Christian Jacobsen will carry it in. And Jussi Okinora with the save on that far side. And a quick wrister from Tretnes.
Tretnes led Norway in points last year and takes this off the skate. Nice deflection to himself. He's hassled a little bit, finally gets a shot off, but as he get further into the zone, his angle wasn't there, and Okinora has no problem with that one. 7 games last year at the World Championship, 7 points for Mattis Tretnes.
And let's stay on the 7th. This is his 7th World Championship. Deflected out at center. And this gets cleared right back in by Andreas Klavestad.
That's 3 7s. Maybe he gets lucky tonight.
There is a casino attached to the building here. Puck bouncing around in the Norway zone. Klavestad in his first World Championship tries to play this up the boards. Norstabo on the loose puck. Tried to clear Kent. This gets kept in at the line. Armia plays it back at the line for Jiri Seppala. Comes back and to the front of the net. Looking for a tip was Ati Otama, as they get the wave going here at the Kia Arena.
Well, the fans are going to do everything to pull their team into this game. That's a nice look from the point from Otama. Instead of just firing it into bodies, he's looking for the stick of Yoel Armia in front of the net. Found it, but Oakland was across. Didn't have to move too much to take that puck right into the logo.
Juho Lammikko, the Vancouver Canucks, out to take the face-off for Finland. But it is Magnus Brecky who wins it, and it's cleared. Fryman starts the attack. Waiting for it at the line was Sami Vatanen. Moves to the far side, lets it go through traffic, scramble. And down is Henrik Höglund. And he'll find that in all that traffic and hang on to it.
And that puck was never really covered, but because of the bodies in the crease, as Finland now is from their point men trying to throw it into the net. That's Vatanen. He's also looking far side. It hits a skate and goes right to Höglund, who is committing to his right. And gets both pads down. It's going to come right to your living room and then hit the skate. Sneaking in, but not getting that puck was Nicholas Fryman.
Lammikko again to take the face-off. Actually pulled it back, but then it is cleared. And back in for Norway. Brecky going after it. Plays in behind the net. Tobias Flateby was waiting for it. Never does come to him. And now a break. Rayala. And as he put on the brakes, he lost his footing and down he went against the checking of Johannes Johansson. Emo Lilleberg rather, puts on the brakes as Norway starts the change. Flavestad chips it off the boards. This will be a delayed offside, and now play is called as chipping it in was Solston, but a couple of teammates were in ahead of the play.
Norway finished 13th in the championship last year, and they usually settle in the double digits, but are never in fear of relegation. There was no relegation last year, but they always seem to end up anywhere between 9th and 13th. Get a couple of wins against, as you mentioned, teams they should. They're going to redo this face-off. As last tournament, a 4-1 win against Italy, a shootout win against Latvia, which is the one that kept them in the thick of things until their last game of the preliminary round, beating Kazakhstan 3-1 for the 3 victories they had in 7 games.
So they need to find a way to pull an upset. The teams that they should beat this year, Great Britain, who they will play on Sunday, Latvia, Austria, and then they'll need to find something out of Czechia, Sweden, and USA.
Or this one, this evening.
Or this one. Just find something out of one of those games that might advance them to the quarterfinals. Otama, long lead pass up the middle off a skate. Höglund will stop it, leave it there. It ends up in behind the net for Krogdahl. Looking for Solston, intercepted. Krogdahl will try it again. Nice little delay. Now it does get flipped up at center ice, bounces away from Michael Hauga. And Norway will start a change. Ludwig Hof will send this in. 3 seasons at the University of North Dakota for him. Plays it back at the line, and a slap shot from the blue line by Cassisto got tipped, and it went over top the net. To the line and no further. Stolen there by Christian Jacobson. Jacobson heads to the front of the net, and the puck off a stick, and UC Olkanora will hang on to it. Into the back half of period 1, scoreless. Welcome back to Tampere. Tampere hosted alone in 1965, hosted with Helsinki 2003, and before that in 1982, and then in 1991, Helsinki, Tampere, and Turku were the hosts of the World Championship. Brand new building. 2 teams play out of here, Tappara and Ilves. And actually, Jukka Jalonen, the so successful coach of this Finland team, started his coaching career here with Ilves. Boy, has he put up some wins. Finland in on the attack. Otama rips one in from the line. It never got through. And Johansson will send it out through center. Mattis Olam gets it to the left side for Mats Rosalie Olsen. In it goes. And that line will head to the bench on the change. Yuri Seppala will park in behind his own net. Or rather, Mikhail Seppala. On for Lamiko. Lamiko trying to get that in deep. It's gloved down. Played right back up by Krogdahl. Misfire on the right side and an icing call coming up against Norway.
A little uneven for the Finns in this game. Just 3 shots so far, and they haven't really had those grinded out shifts in the offensive zone that they're used to.
That went off the shaft of the stick.
Yeah, that Kasastul with that shot. And that was after a turnover by the Finns behind their own net that made its way out to the point.
Tied up off the draw. Martin Ronald trying to clear it. Gets out to center ice and some room down that left side for Kasastul. He'll drop it back. Krogdahl tried to come cross ice. It's deflected. And Marko Antila, who finished here with Ilves. Long left wing pass stopped at the line by Veli Poka. Some room now, Menelanen. Off the corner boards, plays it back at the line. Poka tried to get that through, went off the end of his stick. The veteran Roymark will play this in. 14th World Championship for him at 35 years of age. Norstabo banks this off the boards and back into the Finnish zone. Matthias Tretnes first in on the puck. Tried to play it back to the line, poked away. Juri Inala will send it back into the Norway end of the ice, but that's as far as that play will get. And right back up the ice, wrist shot from Jakobsen. And a good save by Jussi Olkinuora.
That was a nice play off the rush as Jakobsen realizes he has a teammate to his right once he gets to the zone, but Tretnes does a pretty good job of an incidental pick on Mikko Lehtinen on that shot from right down the middle. Olkinuora, good positioning, makes the stop.
No Jonas Holland here for Norway this year, such a veteran of this championship. He was number 3 in average ice time last year, averaging just under 25 minutes of ice time per game for Norway. And they will miss his veteran presence. Icing called here against Finland.
Yeah, he's Polis, one of those guys that will play in every situation, late in games to protect the lead. Need him out there on the power play. Good shot.
Norway's not sitting back here in this game.
Yeah, I've been real impressed so far with, you hear the word structure a lot. What does it mean? Well, something like this here, they're not chasing when they don't have to, and they're making sure that if Finland's going to come up the ice, it's going to be past 5 guys or a stretch far pass to the far side like that, and it doesn't connect.
Again, turned over at center. Flateby will play it back in. Lehkonen, Boston pick, tried to play it out. That failed. Olam will put it back. Mats Rosalie Olsen is after it. He got tied up. Inala will play it back into the corner. Lehkonen gets pressured there immediately by Olam. Olam is on the loose puck. Lehkonen goes after him. But Norway holding it in the finish end of the ice. Running around, Inala takes a good solid jolt there. Manninen dishes it off. No room there for Yoel Armia as he got rubbed out. And now a big hit on the near side from Sakari Manninen. To the line, and this will get chipped in by Martin Ronald. And then right back out to center. It's dished off. Krogdahl goes cross ice, comes back, long wrist shot, that got blockered away, comes off the stick of Geheb. Back at the line, deflected, and that's off the post. The shot from the line by Krogdahl. Tipped in front, finds iron. Krogdahl again, and another high tip in the high slot there by Geheb, and that didn't miss by much. Finally cleared up at center, and now Pessinen will carry it in. And Pessinen trying to howdy do Krogdahl, and nothing doing there. It's jammed out at center ice, and Heitinen lays it back into his own end. Fryman will take the return pass, settles it down as the teams will change. Icing waved off, puck around the boards. Lavestad puts on the brakes, elects to go out the other side. Out to center, and that's as far as that play gets, as running out of room there was Michael Hauga.
Didn't make center ice, and that's going to bring the face-off back into the Norway end. For a nice, smart play, this is off Vatnin's stick and off the crossbar. It was thrown towards the net from Krogdahl. And clear out.
Under 4.5 to go here in period number 1, and a clean face-off win by Hannes Bjorninen, and he is very good in the face-off department, but they rule it was not dropped fairly. They'll do it all over again, and he'll win this one cleanly. Seppala will drop it back. Antela with the wrister, and that goes off a body and up into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage. 4:19 left, period 1. This game still looking for its first goal. Pierre-Luc Dubois has scored for Canada, 2-0 over Germany. And Hannes Bjornison hunkers in for another face-off and wins another one, but Norway getting a little bit of defensive help there from Christian Jakobsen. He'll clear out. And now another delayed offside called.
Well, you talked about this building, newly built. The first hockey game was the 3rd of December. The two teams that call this building home, Ilves and Tappara, played on consecutive nights. Ilves with the 6-3 win to christen Nokia Arena, and then Tappara came back and shut them out 7-0 the next night.
They play rock, paper, scissors to see who was going to open up, who was going to play first. Mikhail Seppala chased back into his own zone by Jakobsen. Dishes it off, gets it back, and then dishes it off again. Billy Polka will play it out to center ice. Menelanen runs out of room. Gets the checking of Johannes. And finally grabbed off by Bjornanen. Bjornanen getting bumped there by Johansson. Puck gets turned over. And Matthias Tretnes will play it out of harm's way. Marco Antila lost it at center. And right back in. That's Rosalie Olsen's backhand pass. Didn't get to the intended receiver. And Matanen will take the return pass. Matanen through the middle, has some room, and a backhander to the short side. And Haukeland makes the save, point blank.
Got the glove up in time and going to the net. Inola, some contact with Haukeland.
Looking for some room and finding a little. Mathis Olam. Inola on the steal and plays it back into the Norway zone. Finland being outshot 9-5 by Norway. And there was a crossbar that wouldn't go down as a shot on goal.
Finally able to break in, but forced to the backhand. And the patience of Haukeland and then the back checking so that any free puck is ushered away. Inola was a little late on the scene and the stick wasn't on the ice.
We were talking earlier about which former great Finnish players would be in attendance. They just showed Mikko Koivu. Back to the line it comes, and this skips away from Sami Vatanen. Atema plays it out at center. Vatanen hits the line. Vatanen to the line, forced to the backhand. Does send it in. Norstabo is on the loose puck. Mattias Norstabo has played in Sweden since 2010. But a key part of this Norway team in international competition. Atema. Armia hits to the front of the net. Cross ice pass, that failed to materialize, but Finland in on the attack. Valtteri Filppula takes it wide. Filppula sends it back into the high slot. Vatanen was waiting for it. Vatanen takes it deep, lets the shot through, and that never got through. Antti Otema. Armia short side scores. Joel Armia throws it to Harry Pessanen, and Pessanen has the game's first goal.
Finland just breaks down the Norwegians in their own zone and looking for some cross-seam passes. This one connects to Pessanen. Filppula, eyes up. Haukeland doesn't even realize he's there until it's too late, as Pessanen's not going to miss. And a real nice fake, like he was going to collect and shoot by Joel Armia. Instead, a pass to the glove side and tapped in for the 1-0 lead.
So Harry Pessanen, who spent a couple of years in the New Jersey Devils system, get into 4 NHL games. Gets the opening goal. There's a shot that changed directions in front. Kenora finds it and hangs on to it, and now some pushing and shoving in front of the Finland net. Another dangerous chance for Norway.
That's a good answer back shift. Flex off the stick, off the helmet, and eventually O'Connor is able to get it for the whistle. But this is why Finland is so frustrating to play against. You can play an almost perfect opening 18 minutes, and then 30 seconds after that, they'll make a couple of passes in the offensive zone and you're down 1-0, and you'll think, well, we can't really play any better. I mean, sure, Norway could find another gear, but they were completely content with playing so well up until that breakdown defensively.
Pessanen from Joel Armia and Valtteri Filppula. The opening marker into the final minute now, period number 1. Johansson will send this up the middle. It gets deflected. And Johannesson's pass off is sticking up another play.
So Bessinen opens the scoring. Played in Switzerland for the Tigers, 44 points in 50 games. Was on the gold medal winning team in 2019 for the World Championship and the gold medal winning team at the Olympics.
There's been some action around UC Old Kenora, 6'3" for the 31-year-old, and he used all of that size to keep the puck out of his net. Mikko Lehtinen starts back for Finland, sends it across, and Heitinen will dump it deep. Up the boards it comes. Does this get out? Yes, it does. And on the regroup is Manninen. Lehkonen goes cross ice. Manninen to the front of the net. Manninen gets squeezed out by Lilleberg. 9 seconds here, period number 1. And a good period for Norway, but the chance in front of the net. What a stop there. Did that get through to Hookland? At the buzzer, a huge chance. Point blank for Hartikainen. How did this stay out?
Also some defensive help at the front of the net. This is off Johannesson. And that close. Finland flexing their muscles.
1-0. 1 period done. Finland in front.
The score after the first period, Team Norway 0, Team Finland 1. Intermission 17 minutes. Laukaukset maalia kohti ensimmäisessä erässä. Norja 8 laukausta, Suomi 11 laukausta. Shots on goal in the first period. Team Norway 8 shots.
Simply clever. Some situations where a simple question can make a big difference. Because not everything is obvious. In fact, lots of things are often quite unclear. With us, you always get a personal answer, regardless of whether it's about how to set up your chair or an interior design project at work. Ask us at AJ Products.
No niin, hyvä yleisö. Sitten pääsemäkin varsinaiseen asiaan. Ei kuinka tulleta voitokkaasti Annan kotikisoissa 2022. Granadon MM-julitus on lopettaa sen sinulle tässä ja nyt vielä maulua jää. Edestakainen liike mailoilla ja kelaus. Ja seuraavana vuorossa tapahtumanäkyvyys tunnotus eli Showtime.
ensimmäisen erän jälkeen Suomi 1, Norja 0 erätalon titu.
Hey, go, go, go!
Good. All right, no sticks. We're good there, fellas. Good job.
Hey, go, boys, go, go, go! Good job! Head! Hey, hey! Good.
Good job. That's good in front. Good. All right.
Go, 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 go! Hey, 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 hey!
Yeah, we're good. All right, let's go. Good job, guys. No!
Sallinen! Sallinen! No, that's a battle. That's a battle.
look at Henrik Hockland, the netminder for Norway in this game. Shots in the opening period, 11-8 in favor of Norway. There's your goal getter, Harry Pessinen. Johnny on the spot side of the net. And a 1-0 lead for Finland as we get set to start period number 2. Finland better in the face-off department. Valtteri Filppula won 6 of 8. And Hannes Bjorninen won 4 of 5. Ice time in the opening period. Ati Otama, 7 minutes and 55 seconds for Finland. And it's 7.5 minutes in the opening period. Andreas Klavestad for Norway. Some numbers from that opening 20 minutes. Second period gets going. Heikkinen off the far side, boards into the Norway zone. Almost turned over inside the line as the cross-ice pass from Lilleberg got picked off. Hartikainen throws it to the front of the net. That got blocked. Good down-low play there by Mattis Olim. And cleared back in where Lehkonen will play it across for Sapela. Back it comes for Lehkonen. Inala will deflect it in. And Johannes Johansson plays it out through center ice. Off the boards for Solston. Solston will drop it at the line. And a misfire there by Mats Rosalie Olsen. Filppula sends it back at the line. Mikael Seppala puts it behind for Joel Armia. Armia got tied up, stays with it, knocks the puck loose. Pessinen. Armia in on the forecheck. This is the line that connected for the game's only tally. Armia with Pessinen and Filppula. Off the corner boards and play whistle down as Kassastuhl has it, and this game is going to get its first penalty of the game, and it's going to be an interference call going against Haga.
Looked like they were in pretty good position, but you see the interference by Haga. As what Finland will do in the offensive zone, when one player has the puck, the other two forwards will kind of back away and let him battle himself. Norway is able to wedge that puck free, but getting in the way is Haga. Power play, the first one of the game, goes to Finland.
Talked about Finland's success last year. Special teams, an area of concern, despite the fact they did win the silver medal. Short side try, Haukkonen down, puck never got through, and a centering pass is picked off. And Trentonus will play this all the way down the ice. The power play last year, 16.6% for Finland. 3 power play goals on just 18 opportunities. And they go to work here with the man advantage and a 1-0 lead. Inala will drop it off at the line. Hartikainen plays it back to the blue line. Lehkonen sends it across. First power play of this game into the slot, and the intended pass for Hartikainen never did get to him. Manninen plays it to the blue line for Lehkonen. Back for Manninen, trying to get it back to Lehkonen. And reading that one all day was the veteran Roymark. And Martin Roymark will send it down the ice.
Boy, was he ever. I mean, he had his stick right flat waiting for that to come to him. The behind the back pass to the point man.
Well, when you're in your 14th World Championship, you could probably say, I've seen that play before.
Yes.
Manninen plays it to the blue line for Lehkonen. He'll shovel it back for Manninen, walks it in. He was looking short side. And this will come all the way around the boards, and back for it is Mikko Lehkonen. And he'll circle back in behind his own net. Lehtinen slowly out of his own end. Lehtinen will drop it back for Armia. Armia to the line. That's as far as that play gets. Cleared back all the way around by Rajala. Controls it on the far side, takes a bump on the plate. Puck does come loose, and Krogdahl will try and clear, but can't. Rajala with the wrister save made. Rebound, Valtteri Filppula, and that shot never got through. The puck was rolling, and he never got much on it. Down it comes for Pessinen. Backdoor play as he was looking for Toni Rajala, and it just got tipped. Power play is over. Rajala Sends it cross ice. 2 shots on that power play for Finland. It got tipped away before it got to Fryman. And cleared out at center, and now right back in, and Norway on the regroup. Solston will send it in. Jussi Olkinora had to use the side of the net before he went for a spill.
Got lost back there after the puck ricocheted off the plexiglass.
Armia sends it on for Manalainen. Couldn't do anything with it. Solston comes to center, takes a bump, and gets it deep. Ronald will send it deep and head to the bench on the change. And in on the forecheck is Magnus Brecky. Another scratch for Norway is Andreas Martinson, veteran player, 152 NHL games played for him. And a veteran of international competition. When this one came to the side of the net, Haukeland had to be careful with that and hangs on to it.
Well, Norway is starting this second period the same way they played almost the entire first period. That shot's going to go clear wide of the net. Does not hit iron. Norway is not going to chase offensively. They're going to sink back as much as they can. They can't get lulled to sleep in their own end. And that, in the last minute and a half, Finland with some good puck movement. You mentioned Lamiko. And the opening goal for Finland late in that period as they're just having a conversation. The Norway coaching staff.
Norway in the main group since 2006 and 6th in 2011 in Slovakia was their best finish since 2006. Back at the line, Lettinen will play this deep. Pressure now by Finland. Hartikainen plays it back to the blue line. Inala with the shot. That gets blockered away. Punch to the far side boards by Haukeland. Inala on it again. Inala plays it back. Slap shot by Heitinen. And grabbed and held by Haukeland.
And offensively, Finland, when Inala had the puck in the right corner, no one's going quickly after him because Norway wants to make sure they don't overchase. And the two other Finnish forwards are going to stay away. And there's the mentality of, when you've got the puck, we'll count on you to make that pass. I'm going to go get open. I'm not going to come towards you to help you with anything. And that's kind of that tough to dislodge the puck mentality the Finns have.
Tikkanen in the house. Taken and flipped out and back into the Finland zone. Giving chase is Ludwig Hoff. And this is cleared out through center ice. Kassetul will play it cross ice. Krugdahl gets it back and Kassetul feeds it through. And Matthias Tretnes trying to bust his way in, but offside is called.
Jukka Jalonen, the Finnish coach, has won pretty much everything a coach can win in Europe. He's inducted into the International Ice Hockey Hall of Fame in 2018. 3 silvers at the World Hockey Championship. As a 59-year-old, he realized hockey wasn't his thing, coaching was, and boy, he's been one of the best at it.
Filppula to the line. Filppula puts on the brakes. He'll throw it back at the line. Seppala's shot, that went wide. Filppula throws it back down low for Pessinen. Armia's in front. Short side try for Joel Armia. And Haukeland with another save, and we'll get a face-off in the Norway end.
Hundreds of volunteers will be working on the tournament. Without this any crew, no one else would be here today. So that we can make a miracles, volunteers are the miracle makers that we need. Arvoisa yleisö, tässäkin turnauksessa työskentelee satoja vapaaehtoisia. Ilman heitä, en minä, et sinä, ei joukkueet olisi täällä tänään. Jotta voimme tehdä täällä ihmeitä, siihen me tarvitsemme juuri näitä upeita vapaaehtoistyöntekijöitä. Jokaisessa pelissä pelissä palkitaan yksi vapaaehtoinen. In each game we reward one volunteer. Volunteer of the game. In this game pelin vapaaehtoinen tässä pelissä on Pauli Keipilä. Kuljetustiimistä annetaan Paulille messetä tapuoleen. Hyvä Pauli, sinua me tarvitaan. Meidän Pauli. Kiitos.
Only goal in this game coming in the opening period from Harry Pessinen. Finland won its opening game last year, beating USA 2-1, and then lost to Kazakhstan 2-1. And then they went on a run.
And I think there's no better nation in one-goal games than Finland. It's like they relish the opportunity to be in one-goal games.
Haga tried to drive that one through it, got blocked. As Vatanen was there to turn it aside, up the boards it goes. Haga has it again. Turned over, and Armia will chip this deep and going after it. Buffalo Sabre draft traded to the Winnipeg Jets, now part of the Montreal Canadiens. Armia takes his man down, and Yoel Armia, who is a very good penalty killer, is going to go to the penalty box, so he will not be eligible or available to kill this penalty for Finland.
And he probably has done that almost every game back in North America, not gotten ticketed. He's battling for the puck down low. Some good puck protection. And then the spin to create that loose puck is what got him the 2-minute minor. So first power play for Norway. Last year, just 3 power play goals and 17 opportunities, not their strong suit.
Finland's penalty kill, only 62.5%. In last year's World Championship, only Italy had a worse percentage than Finland. But Finland didn't take a whole lot of penalties. Shorthanded only 16 times in the entire tournament. This gets turned over at center. And Marko Antila will play it all the way back in. 6'7", 238 pounds. 36-year-old Marko Antila finished here in Ilves. After 6 seasons in the KHL, and a lot of players that have been in the KHL will not be returning. The future of the KHL probably very much in doubt. This gets turned over and cleared all the way down the ice. And Haukeland will leave it. And Johannes Johansson will go back for it. Norway Rookie of the Year in the 15-16 season when he was much younger than he is now, and he's still only 25. Jakobsen puts on the brakes, knocked off of his stick. And Antila will send it all the way back down the ice.
Not a lot happening here for Norway. Can't get set up in the offensive zone, and Finland's having their way in the penalty kill.
Matthias Norstabo drops it back. Jakobsen carries in, circles, plays it back for Norstabo. Norstabo near side. The shot by Klavestad, that's turned aside. Went off a body in front. Hof plays it back at the line. Norstabo dishes it off. 15 seconds left in the power play, looking for the high tip, but it's cleared away. Klavestad will play it back down low. Trying to work it out was Trentness. And Finland will send this back out at center. One shot on that power play, and Matthias Norstabo will hammer it back into the Finland zone. Heikkinen will lift this up at center. Heikkinen's long floating pass finds the stick of Manninen. Inala plays it at the line. Lehtinen tried to get the shot through, could not. Steal in front by Inala. And he got tied up just enough that he couldn't catch up to the loose puck.
Yeah, he's had the puck on his stick a lot this game.
And they're going to call icing on this as Lehtinen made sure that it got across the icing line.
On the power play, thought that could have been one time. Instead, Goes off the shoulder and jersey of Okanora. He's the media all-star and one of the 3 best players for Finland at the tournament last year.
Spent some time in North America. Okanora did. University of Denver. Played for the St. John's Ice Caps, Ontario Reign, Manitoba Moose. 38 games played in Bakersfield of the ECHL. And on the move again next year.
Yeah, I'll be playing in Switzerland.
Inola sends it back up top at the line. Gets dished off by Vatanen. Vatanen waiting for the return pass on the near side. Lettinen has it. Mikhail Lettinen back for Inola. In for Vatanen. Vatanen plays it to Hartikainen. Hartikainen finds a little bit of room. Sends it back for Inola. Vatanen at the line. Finland starts a change. Off the bench. Lamikko plays it back. Vatanen trying to find a tip in front. Lettinen. Vatanen. Vatanen shot. And Haukland got a piece of that. Big time pressure here now by Finland. Vatanen drops it back. Cross ice pass from Rajala. Vatanen, oh, he had room on the far side and he shot it wide. Kept in by Mikko Lettinen. He'll drop it back. Lamikko in front and Haukland makes the save off of Hartikainen. 1-0 Finland. In his 5th World Championship for Norway. Saw 3 games in the Olympic qualifiers. Made a couple of real good saves here in the second period on that last sequence when Norway hemmed in its own zone. Seppala goes cross ice. Outi Atama dumps it deep. Sharp angle try. That got blocked before it got to the net as Rajala tried to find some room on the short side. Rajala on it again. Seppala. Outi Atama. Jammed up on the far side boards. Outi Atama was the captain when he played in Karpat. Rajala scores! Faked the cross ice pass and rips it up top. And Finland with a 2-0 lead.
Deception and hitting your mark. Toni Rajala had everyone fooled as if he was going to pass it across the tops of the circles, and the left-hand shot turns the wrists over on this miss of a stretch pass and sings it up over the left shoulder. Right through the legs of the defenseman Max Rodal, who was looking up ice. The puck was no longer on his stick, and a heartbeat later, it's 2-0 Finland.
And there's his reaction. And there's his reaction. The bad news and the good news. The downside of it, the upside of it. Toni Rajala has Finland up 2-0. Trentonus with the shot, and that is grabbed and held by Okanora.
Well, Finland certainly does make you pay if you're loose with the puck. And they're also a team that, if they get to 3 goals, I don't think you're getting 4 against them. They don't go for stats night against some of the weaker teams. They just continue to play the way they play, that stretch it out style in the offensive zone.
Here's a chance, Jakobsen, and good recovery there by Fryman to get a stick in front of that attempted shot. And we're going to call this icing as the veteran Mattias Norstebo made sure that it got across the icing line. But Finland has been coming here in the second period for the last 5-6 shifts.
Yeah, and it's mostly in the offensive zone where, again, they just try to, with a puck carrier, will kind of assess the rest of the zone, and his players all spread out. And so if you do commit, then there's space behind where you can make a little pass. They're not one of these teams that kind of all go after the puck and then move to their spots. They understand that you have the puck protection, the strength on the puck. But if you're going to miss on a stretch pass, it's a heck of a shot by Raila.
Tobias Flateby plays this in out there with Mattis Olam and Mats Rosalie Olsen. 2 veterans on that Norway squad. Slap shot off the stick. And that is up and out of play.
Go back to 2006. Sweden won an Olympic gold and a World Championship gold. Finland's trying to replicate that, but they would be the first team to do it in front of their home crowd with a World Championship gold.
Well, that big matchup is game 3. And it will go on Tuesday, Finland against Sweden. A great hockey rivalry. Ronald banks it off the boards. This will get chipped in. Brecky going in after it. Billy Polka trying to jam it out of his own zone, and finally it's chipped off the boards and out to center. And right back in by Kasselstool. And Okunora will leave it behind his own net.
This is where the vice tightens up a little bit. Finland's in no hurry. Norway, if they want to at least chip in to the deficit, they're going to have to kind of come up with something new.
At the ultimate for Inala. Inala sends it in, goes in after it. A pass off the stick. Lettinen will hold it in. Lettinen circles, walks in, tees it up, and ripped that one just wide. Ronald chips it off the boards. Haga going in after it. Haga takes his man to the backboards. That was Lettinen. Centered. It was there for Jakobsen. Maybe a little too much on the pass. Lettinen on it again. And Christian Jakobsen giving chase. Jakobsen was born in Norway but grew up in Sweden, but does play internationally for Norway.
From his mother's side, she's Norwegian.
And across the line, a 2-0 game in favor of Finland. Rajala with the second goal. Vatanen all the way back into his own end. Fryman back for Sami Vatanen. Through the middle it goes and cleared in by Lammikko. He'll give chase. Lammikko looking for that return pass. Vatanen at the line. Vatanen takes a bump on the play from Hof. Round it goes for Fryman. Pass intercepted by Norstebo. And Norstebo will reverse against the traffic. Gets it onto the stick of Tretnes and he'll dump it in. And Tretnes was going to head to the bench on the change, but realized the pass was headed to his side of the ice. Hustles back, breaks up the play. Unable to do anything with it though was Klavestad. And Valtteri Filppula's on it. Vilpala puts on the brakes, so Trentness now in a bit of a long shift. Shot from the line, Haukeland kicked that away. Trentness chops it up the boards, can't get it out though. Vladimir trying to help out. Pessinen is on it. Pessinen gets wrapped up, breaks free. Pessinen stays on it, sends it back at the line. Ultima with the long shot, looking for a tip, that went wide. Finally gathered in by Rosalie Olsen. He'll play it down the ice. This is going to be another racing call, and they're not going to be able to make the change.
A long shift for the Norwegians, and the fear is, you know, the mind starts telling you, get your legs moving, and then there's that inner battle. No, I can't. I'm tired. And you just don't want to take a penalty in a situation like this. So key face-off for Trentness, and maybe a quick flip out so they can scamper to the bench.
Grabbed off at the line. Turned over at center. Marco to the backside, it goes. And that gets tapped in, but it all started with Marco Antila. And it gets finished by Hannes Bjornanen.
I'll go back to the icing call that kept Norway out on the ice. Instead of dumping the puck in at center ice, they try to carry it to the red line. Turnover. And another mistake ends up behind their goaltender. This doesn't get deep. The other mates are changing. Antila knows it's a 2-on-0 and slides it across. Bjornanen just has to redirect it. Pretty tough to stop a 2-on-0, Dennis. Haukeland has to respect the shot. And the deficit grows wider for Norway, 3-0 Finland.
Well, she's seen enough. That fan is either headed for the exits or headed for the beer stand. Norway has not made many mistakes in this game, but Finland makes you pay for the mistakes you make. Roxeff gets this out to the blue line. Antila's on it again. So hard to knock off the puck when you're 6'7" and 238 pounds. Taking it center. So Billy Polka gets the second assist on the goal. Hartikainen will play it back into his own end. Pass up the middle. Heikkinen will deflect it. Inala goes after it. Inala, Rajala sends it all the way around the boards. Hartikainen is there. Hartikainen fights off the checking of Brecky. Brecky stays on him. Hartikainen spins off it again. Great work on the backboards by Hartikainen. Back to the line, Heikkinen. This is grabbed, and Haukeland is going to hang on to it. 3-0 Finland with the lead here in the second. There will be NHL action in this building. The Global Series will continue. It'll be Colorado and Columbus, and that'll be November 4th and 5th in this arena. Of course, Patrick Laine and Mikko Rantanen. Lots of talk around town as we Been out for dinner a couple of nights. Oh, there's a chance. Lamiko, and what a save by Hakonen. Robbing Lamiko. Blast from the line. That went wide. Off the backboard to the side of the net. And that will be grabbed and held. And now Mikko, or rather Juho Lamiko, in the middle of it.
Some frustration after missing that glorious opportunity. Another turnover in the neutral zone by Norway. This time it doesn't come back to bite them because of Haukala making a wonderful save with the glove, but Lamiko is none too pleased with Kasastool. Here's the turnover. And the Finns pounce. Quick pass, Lamiko finds himself open, but Haukala was over in time.
Great setup from Rajala. Juho Lamiko with a terrific opportunity and a better save from Henrik Haukala. I was going to say, lots of talk about Patrick Laine not being here, seeing as this is his hometown.
Right. He'll be here in November. Making him wait. Discussing here what they're going to do with these penalties is Lamiko had his helmet dislodged.
So Kasastool and Lamiko continue their discussion in the penalty box.
They don't need to overthink this one. Roughing minors each. But it is a discussion.
So the referee's checking with the linesman to see what they saw. Here's where it all started.
It's that last poke by Lamiko into the goaltender, and then he comes up hot. I mean, sauna hot.
Saunas are popular in this.
Team Norway, 5 minutes fighting.
Huh.
Did they say 5 minutes for fighting?
That's what they said. How do you do a roughing and a fighting?
Well, it'll remain 5-on-5.
Maybe they smushed them together, rough fighting.
Any other kind of fighting than rough fighting?
Play fighting.
This gets cleared in. Olkadora leaves it behind his own net. Vatanen, nice outlet pass. Finland right back in on the attack. Filppula back for Vatanen, and that's kicked away by Haukala. Fryman on the loose puck. He'll drop it off. Menolinen gets tied up on the far side boards. Cleared up. Jakobsen trying to bust free. And Fryman gets back there first. He gets it on to Vatanen.
Well, they'd announced in the building 5 minutes for both players for fighting. That makes more sense, although it didn't seem like a fight.
Oh well, let them cool their jets for 5 in the bin. Vatanen back for Fryman. Gets that on for Antela. Carries into the Norway end of the ice. Off the sideboards it comes. Solsted there for Norway trying to clear. Billy Poka holds it in briefly. Bounces out at center. Onto the stick of Manalainen. And he'll play it back into his own end into the final minute now, period number 2. Poka plays it cross ice, and Antti Otama will send it deep. Almost another turnover. As Norway, as they get pressured here by Finland. More and more guilty of puck management. It has not gone in their favor.
No, just 3 shots isn't helping as well.
Finland has just taken over in this game. It has instilled its will on this contest. Hartikainen trying to work that wraparound try. And this period about to come to an end can't come to an end quick enough for Norway as they've been outshot 14-3 here in the second period.
They've only drawn one power play, and that's mainly due to the fact they haven't been in the offensive zone long enough to create anything that would put Finland into wanting to take a penalty.
So a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes has turned into a 3-0 lead after 40 minutes. Finland, the host country, in front.
3, Team Norway 0. Intermission 17 minutes. Laukaukset maalia kohti toisessa erässä Norja 3 laukausta, Suomi 14 laukausta. Shots on goal in the second period. Team Norway 3, Team Finland 14.
Hyvä työ. Oppa energiaa. Voisi olla linjaa. Jotenkin näytti tuossa veskarin taakse. Joo. Aki läpi sitä. Niin.
Kisakuumeen hoitaa. Koko Suomen lääkärikeskus. Pihlajalinna. 2022 jääkiekon MM-kisojen virallinen yhteistyökumppani.
Sticks in. 6. Let's go. Right here. Right here. Good sticks. Good. Hey, linesman's at the bench. Hey guys, linesman's cut. Good job, good battle. That's good. Stay out of the blue. Good. Yep.
Jussi Olkinuora not very busy in that second period. Only faced 3 Norway shots. The other end of the ice, it was not a busy opening period for Henrik Haukeland, but certainly the second period was, as he faced 14 Finland shots. 2 got by him. Beautiful goal on that fake cross-ice pass from Toni Rajala. And then a great setup onto the stick of Hannes Bjorninen, wearing the full shield, recovering from an eye injury. Turned over at center and back in. Inola lets the shot go, deflected. After it on the far side, Manninen plays it back at the line. Lehtinen will go across ice. Heikkinen will play it down low. Lehtinen. Hartikainen trying to center. It does. Makes its way across the crease. Sharp angle try on the backhand from Sakari Manninen. Ends up back at the line. Wrister from Lehtinen, that went wide. Finland picking up right where it left off in the second period.
And this was from a turnover from Norway again. And you almost have to play perfectly when you're coming up through the ice to get it deep in the Finnish zone, because any turnover is turned into this.
Lehtinen, Hartikainen trying to work it free against the checking of Addis Olam. Hartikainen is a handful. Still on the puck and finally gets double teamed. And the puck comes loose, and Johannes Johansson trying to clear. And play whistle down in behind, and we'll get a penalty coming up against Finland.
Here's that nice shot you're talking about with Rajala. And the 2-on-0 that's converted. And Finland opens this third period by maintaining puck possession, spreading things out to the point that on fatigue, Johannesson elevates the puck into the crowd, and another power play, the second of the game for Finland.
Valtteri Filppula has won 10 of 14 faceoffs coming into this third period. Hannes Bjorninen has won 7 of 9. Finland has been the better faceoff team. Mikko Lehtinen, almost 15 minutes of ice time through 2 periods. And Johannesson, over 14 minutes. Erik Solston, over 14 minutes for Finland. Power play now, shot, score! Joel Armia on the one-timer on the pass from Vatanen. And a power play goal has Finland up 4-0.
They're going to grab the puck for him. And that power play movement and puck movement was right out of morning skate from yesterday for the Finns. Armia right in the sweet spot over the blocker. When the play originated on that right hash mark, over to the left center face-off dot in the offensive zone, and Armia hips right through that shot. Puts it top near corner and putting this game out of reach for Finland.
So Finland now 1 for 2 on the power play in this game. Otema jumps in from the line, trying to stuff the puck down low. Rajala and Vatanen will pick up the assists on the marker. Cleared out at center. Yuri Salonen will play it back into his own zone. Otema will drop it off, head to the bench on the change, and Fryman is on the loose puck. Or rather, Billy Poka. He'll start the attack out of his own zone, pass up at center. That failed to materialize. There's Fryman on it now. He'll play it on for Poka. Boko, a bit of a delay, tried to feed that through the middle, looking for Antela, and it was beyond his reach, and Fryman will try it again.
This line hasn't seen a lot of ice time through 2 periods for Norway, but down 4-0 against a team that doesn't give up a lot. Gonna have to use the whole bench. Petter Thoresen, the longtime coach of the Norwegian national team, knowing that they've got a game again on Sunday against Great Britain, one they have to win.
Thoresen in his final World Championship as head coach of Norway. He's been coaching for a long time, has had a lot of success.
Certainly has. I think have to win is a bit strong, but in the sense of Norway has been known to beat the teams that they typically can that are below them in world rankings, and that's certainly where Great Britain finds itself.
Yeah, back at it Sunday against Great Britain. 3 games tomorrow, 3 games on Sunday. Lettinen plays it around the boards, kept in by Norstabo. Enela waits for it on the near side boards. Trying to hold that in at the line was Klavestad, could not. Norstabo back into his own end as the team start to change. Up for Olam. Olam will dish it off. Gladeby is after it in the corner, tries to get that out front. On for Olam. Mathis Olam gets the shot to the short side through some traffic. And Old Kenora will make the save and hang on to it.
And you wonder if Mathis Olam is, when he's holding on to that puck, is thinking about trying to give it to his brother, but his brother's not dressed. Again, Andre Olam. Word is he'll be in for that game on Sunday.
There's the puck over the glass, and there's the result, the power play goal from Yoel Armia. 3 games tomorrow. It gets going local time at 12:20. Sweden against Austria. That'll be followed by Czechia and Austria. And then we will get our second look at Finland and Latvia. Otima to the short side, and Hakola makes the save, and he'll hang on to it. Czechia and Great Britain will be the second game tomorrow.
Crowd's been having fun in this game.
I think I had Austria playing a doubleheader tomorrow.
They just got invited here, Dennis. Yeah. You have to let them get their feet wet first.
It's Sweden, Austria, Czechia, Great Britain, and then Latvia, Finland. Latvia losing earlier today to the United States, and Finland about to pick up its first victory. Hakola sends it on. Magnus Brecky looking for a little bit of room. His second World Championship. Plays in Vålerenga, which is in Norway. Pile up in between the benches. Reaction from the crowd on that as they start to get the wave going again. Enjoying a Friday night here in Tampere. At the line, and this will be offside. As carrying it through was Antela.
And Antela is it's a bit of a folk hero here in Finland from his exploits of the 2019 World Championship. 7 games without a goal, and they scored 4 goals in the last 3. 2 against Canada to win the gold medal, including the game winner. Scored the only goal in the semifinal to put them into the gold medal game. And he tied the game against Sweden late in the 3rd. And Manninen got the overtime winner.
He was Finnish Player of the Year in the 18-19 season. There's Roy Mark. As the Finnish fans are loving this.
You're right about Bjorninen in the face-off dot being so strong. He really crowds the face-off dot, gets his head in there, and almost like a ram.
Bottom hand is almost on the blade of his stick. Cross it goes, Selinen, shot from the line by Veli Poka, that went wide. Sapala will try and send it back down low. This is off the body, and offside is called against Finland.
Finland has the gold from 2019 in Bratislava. In 2011, they beat Sweden for gold in Bratislava. And then their first gold, probably their sweetest, 1995, Finland beats Sweden in Stockholm 4-1.
Yeah, to beat Sweden for a gold medal is one thing, but to do it in Stockholm, that would be special for Finland, no doubt.
And part of the reason this Finnish crowd is so excited, knowing that their team is coming off an Olympic gold, but feeling that they can follow it up with a gold on home soil. But even the Swedes are thinking, imagine spoiling this party.
Well, and they're looking for some redemption, Sweden is. Johan Garpenlov, a lot ended up on his shoulders last year with their poor performance. He is back behind the bench with Sweden. They very much an NHL defense core. Heitinen will settle it down in his own zone as Finland will make the change. Out through center, that's as far as that play gets, but Lettinen following up. That stopped at the line and right back the other way for Martin Ronald. Ronald forced to the backhand, Lettinen poked it off his stick, Ronald stays on it, gets it to the front of the net, and a save made, and now a little more pushing and shoving started with Gaheb, and now Brecky is in there along with Lettinen. 4-0 game in favor of Finland here in period number 3. Will step aside.
Ja sitten arvoisa juhlakansa, otetaan loppukiri kampustukseen, näitä riittää vielä kolmannella leijolla. 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! Kumpi joukkue voittaa? Kumpi? Suomi! Suomi! Suomi!
Full building tonight. It'll be another full building tomorrow, as Finland will play again tomorrow night. Shot to the short side. That save is made by Old Kenora. Fryman trying to play it up the boards, but he was on his backhand. Didn't get enough on it. Valtteri Filppula trying to knock it away from Mats Rosalie Olsen. A couple of veteran players. 251s in this game. This gets chipped in deep, and Pessinen goes in after it. Pessinen got the scoring started for Finland late in period number 1. On a pass from Joel Armia, so it's been a goal and an assist in the game for Armia. Lahtinen chased back into his own zone. Lahtinen pulls away from Vladimir. Up the middle it goes, and Haukilin goes across. And he'll make the save off of Armia and hang on to it.
And a nice entry into the zone, and it's again Filppula, who is so deceptive with his backhand. He knows he's going to pass it, but he's not showing it until the last part. Armia comes in, got the big bend on his right shooting stick. A little Sakic curve with a big bend at the toe.
Riala back at the line. Mikhail Seppala's shot never got through. Otama will send this around the boards. Lamiko couldn't trap it. Seppala in from the line. Then Alena gets it to the front of the net. It ends up in the crease. And we'll get a face-off.
You're mentioning how Finland doesn't typically take a lot of minor penalties, but their penalty killing even though they won or got to the gold medal game, was the weakest part of their game. They only took 21 minors, which is the second least of any team last year in this tournament.
Which is somewhat surprising that their penalty kill would struggle the way they play the game. Norstabo to the line with Trettenis. Trettenis drops it across. Jakobsen back to the front of it, and it comes. O'Connor dives across. Jakobsen takes a bump in the corner, stays on it. Tried to get it back to the blue line, looking for Lilleberg. Bump in the corner, Trettenis, Norstabo. Pass back to the line is intercepted. And Rayala will send it cross ice out to center ice. And the teams will start another line change.
Just a pop of offense there for Norway. O'Connor was able to stay on that blocker side post, not let anything leak through him.
Billy Polka. He'll play this cross ice. Menelanen takes it wide on Krogdahl. In from the line, Lehtinen. Poked along the boards, but it does not make its way out to the line. Lehtinen trying to jam it back down low. Ronald in the mix for Norway. It comes loose. Jornanen puts this into the corner, trying to work that back out to the front of the net was Antela. Comes back to the blue line, Lehtinen. Being watched by Ronald. On for Polka. Back for Menelanen. At the blue line for Lehtinen. Lehtinen just with a little delay. Menelanen back to Lehtinen, and he ripped that one wide. Menelanen drops the shoulder on his man in the near corner. That was Brecky. Into the back half of the third period now. And now a bit of a shot to the face there on Menelanen, and another one from Brecky. And now the gloves come off. Brecky and Saku Menelanen. Boy, you don't see this much in World Championship play.
You certainly don't, and the reason being they'll be thrown out of this game. And the frustration by Norway bubbles over there.
Menelanen spent some time in the Carolina organization, both with Charlotte, 34 NHL games played. So he'll go to the box along with Magnus Brecky.
They're done for the night.
It is 4-0 in favor of Finland.
Referee dance. Tripping. Knee. Boarding.
4-0 Finland with the lead.
Last 5 minutes fighting. Team Finland, 5 minutes fighting. Play, Finland 5, Norway 4.
So the extra minor goes to Norway. So Finland will go to the power play. The referees made the announcement. He said Finland would have 4 players and Norway would have 5, but that has resulted in a discussion now at the timekeeper's bench, because it will be a power play for Norway. Or rather for Finland.
Right, and Brecky, who was involved in the fight, has gone to the Norway dressing room. So let's get this ironed out, and serving the penalty is Mikael Haga.
Jukka Jalonen started coaching in 1989 here with Elvis. He's had a ton of success. He's coached U17, U18, World Junior, gold medal in that in Finland. Coached in Liga, coached in the KHL. With Jokerit coaching them in the KHL.
Yeah, he's from Riihimäki, which is about 100 kilometers southeast of Tampere. Riihimäki, literally translated, means drying barn hill.
Okay.
The referees are still sorting through this. They haven't put up a 2-minute minor yet, but it's an instigator call to Brecky. The 5-minute fighting in the game misconduct. No more 16 in the lineup for Norway, and they'll have to keep the Finns at bay here, one man down.
Vatanen. He'll play it cross ice. Riala plays it back to Vatanen. That shot got blocked. And Johannesson felt that one short-handed. Trappness lets the wrister go. That one went wide. Filppula back up for Finland. Trying to get that for Joel Armia. Puck was bouncing around. It was in behind him. And Martin Roymark will send this down the ice. And Old Kenora will leave it. Filppula with the drop for Vatanen. Vatanen to the line. And this does not get out Armia. Good job to hold that bouncing puck in the Norway zone. Armia has it on the near side. He'll dish it off. And up top, Vatanen was waiting for it, but it never did get to him. A 4-0 game here. Short side try, Vatanen for Armia. And that shot got blocked and cleared, and now we'll get a line change as Pessinen will start the parade to the players' bench. Lehtinen for Inala. Inala sends it cross ice. It was into the skates of Sakari Manninen. Manages to get it into the Norway zone though. Hartikainen moves up into the high slot. Inala back at the line. Lehtinen takes the return pass, unloads, and that's off the glove of Huckland. Lehtinen waiting for it up top again. Finally gets it. Manninen lets the wrister go. That's blocked. And Inala waiting for it to come around, but it never does get to him. And the power play will come to an end.
Well, two different looks for the Finnish power play. One revolves around the Joel Armia one-timer. He scored in this period. Minute 26 in to make it 4-0 on the power play with his one-timer. And that second unit has two defensemen that are trying to work it back towards each other for a shot from the middle part of the blue line.
Otama sends it down to the goal line. It goes from Lamiko. Deflected away, and now back up the ice for Jakobsen. Christian Jakobsen spins to get away from Otama. Big Otama stays with him. Jakobsen sends a backhander down low. Ville Polka breaks the play up. Haga played it into the corner, and now we've got another mix-up in behind the plate. Ville Polka gets all tied up on the play with Ludwig Hof. Back through center ice. Tobias Flateby chips it deep, goes in after it. Flateby spent some time in North America. Played in behind by Mats Rosalie Olsen. In from the blue line, but unable to handle it cleanly was Andreas Klavestad. And it's cleared out through center, and Pessinen is on it, but this is going to get whistled down on a glove pass.
Okanor, I think, has been solid in this game for the Finns. Hasn't been entirely busy as the game has gone longer. And he's looking to try to keep the clean sheet. 8 games, this is his 9th. With a record of 6-1 so far in those 8 games.
Moritz Seider has a goal for Germany, 5-3. Canada with the lead over in Helsinki. This gets chipped in. Roymark goes in after it. Around the boards it comes as the physicality picks up again. Norstabo had it slip away from him. Inala couldn't get anywhere. Sami Vatanen will take this back in behind his own net with under 6 to go here in the 3rd period.
In a game where Finland has been opportunistic on some Norway giveaways and an ill-advised change. And of course the nice power play goal by Armia.
Back in off the side boards for Salonen. To the blue line, Otama lets the shot go and gloved and held by Hakeland. 5.5 to go here in the 3rd. 4-0. Finland has the lead.
Pääsee myös alle 18-vuotiaat, mutta nyt toivotan teille hyvää yötä, menkää kotiin. Isiäimi lähtee vähän radalle. World Championship Tournaments official fan zone is already between the arena and the railway station, so it's very easy to find. When you go home, remember fan zone. Ääntä mökkiin! Haluatteko nähdä vielä 5. maalin? Kuka haluaa nähdä vielä 5. maalin? Kuka? 5-3-1 jäljellä. Meidän mennään katto irti. Tää Suomi!
5:31 left in this one as Finland with a goal late in the 1st. And they have added since then. And a 4-0 lead here on Norway. Norway's next action against Great Britain on Sunday. Lamiko trying to work it free off the corner boards. Gets a little bit of help there from Hartikainen. Salonen on the loose puck, plays it all the way around. Otama in from the line. Otama to the short side off the right arm of Hakeland. Lettinen, nice little fake, gets on the backhand. That's off a stick and high and wide. And Hauge plays it in behind his own net. Hauge waiting for it on the left side, but the pass goes up the middle. And quickly on it to break it up was Rajala. And Sapala will send it in. Antela there as well, and it's chipped off the corner boards and cleared. Sastul trying to clear the zone. Sends it ahead for Ronald. Martin Ronald will chip it in. And Billy Poka's after it. Poka takes a bump on the play, gets it out to center ice. Chasing it down there was Bjornanen. And then he turned it over inside the line.
Well, the sharpness of Norway, their game is starting to dissipate.
Olam looking for a shooting lane, and that's off of Joel Armia and just wide. Rosalie Olsen for Mattis Olam. He'll play it in behind the net, trying to find Flatterby. Some good control now by Norway. Rosalie Olsen on for Olam. Olam played it back, trying to get that through from the far side, but it was blocked. And Rosalie Olsen back into his own zone. This pass to some open ice and gobbled up by Pessinen. Pessinen had it knocked away from him, and now Pessinen and Trentonus keep their battle going in behind the play as they make their way Well, Tretnes stays out there. Pessinen makes his way to the Finland bench. Inola will dump it in. Off the backboards, Hartikainen going after it. Hartikainen gets wrapped up there with Lilleberg. And Lilleberg will play it out at center ice. Vladeby with the shot. Off the sideboards, and Inola back for Finland. Inola forced to the outside. Good defensive play there by Johannes Johannesson. Filppula gets it, deflected in front of the net as Hartikainen gets it there. Hartikainen after it again. Inola trying to get to it. He got rubbed out. Play goes on as Inola looked up at the referee, felt there was some interference there. May have been right.
Well, Norway is just getting their licks in late. There's some frustration and behind the play if they can. A chop at the back of the legs of any Finnish player.
Back to the line. The shot from Klavestad did not get through. Back in across. Fryman will drop it back. Shot scores. Yuri Salonen takes the drop pass from Nicholas Fryman, and it's a 5-0 game.
Walking into a one-timer 20 feet out from the goaltender. If you can hit a corner, you'll get on the score sheet. Salonen did just that. Top of your screen and past the blocker. A couple of quick passes once Flynn got into the zone, nicely taken off the skates. And that will wrap this thing up.
Another point for Tony Rajala as well. He has a 3-point night with a goal and 2 assists. Well, we talked about all the one-goal games that Finland was involved in last year. They had 8 one-goal games, won 7 of them. And they get off to a decisive win here in Game 1 against Norway.
Olkanora's numbers, winning 6 of his 8 starts, 1.22 goals against, and a .946 save percentage before tonight.
So that'll improve.
Yes. Another turnover.
Turned over. Rajala puts it down low, and Salonen couldn't finish it. Lamiko into the pile. Fryman is there. Comes loose. Slap shot from Rajala. And into the midsection of Henrik Hakonen. And he'll hang on to it with 90 seconds left in this one.
Give away the deep, trying to pull the goaltender far enough and a little flick. But Hakonen stays with it. Right hand comes out of the tail end. And it seems like Norway's already shifted their focus to something else.
Otamat sends it back down low. I mentioned the seating capacity of this building. It is less than what it is for a normal game. A number of seats have been taken away for excess media. Into the corner it goes. Johannes Johannesson plays it up at center. Tobias Vladeby plays it back to the line. Johannesson. This shot didn't get through. Klavestad hustles back into his own end. Long lead pass up through center. That failed to materialize.
The crowd's going to usher them home here, Dennis.
Yep.
Finally got something to cheer about.
Yep, they're not hitting for the exits early.
The stands.
On their feet as Finland, the host country for the 2022 IIHF Men's World Championship, off to a good start. Lettinen looking for a tip down low. Hakonen makes another save off Rajala. Or rather, Pessinen at the side of the net. And this one will come to an end, and Finland skates away with a 5-0 victory as Jussi Olkinuora picks up the shutout.
Olkinuora stopping all 20 shots that came his way for his third shutout at the World Championship level. And for Norway, they realize a small error here, a giveaway there against the #1 ranked team in the nation and in the world of hockey is Finland. And they certainly made Norway pay with just loose and errant passes.
You mentioned the shutout by Olkinuora. Only faced 9 shots over the last 2 periods. Faced 11 in the opening frame, but he made some real good saves. Had a couple get by him and off the crossbar or off the post. But after that, he just simply wasn't very busy for Finland. So we'll now have the Player of the Game awards, and then we will have the national anthem of Finland, which we already heard tonight once during the opening ceremonies.
IIHF
And the fans waiting around for that. They want to be part of that.
Best player of Team Norway will be presented by
And a 5-0 win.
Knut Valbakken, Defense Attaché of Norway to Finland.
Not a surprising score, really, the way that Finland can wear down the opposition. You saw the frustration later as Lilleberg will get the Player of the Game for Norway.
Several candidates from the Finland side of things. Toni Rajala, 3-point night.
Goaltender.
The best player of Team Finland will be presented by Anna-Kaisa Ikonen, Mayor of the City of Tampere. The best player of Team Finland, number 10, Joel Armia.
Joel Armia is the Player of the Game. And the power play marker had an assist on what turned out to be the game-winning goal from Harry Pessanen back in the opening period. Valtteri Filppula drew an assist on that one as well. So they will get some photos out of the way, and then the national anthem of Finland will be played
Arvoisa
for
yleisö,
a
jos
huge
pystyy
crowd
nousemaan ylös kuulemaan
here at Nokia Arena.
Suomen kansallislaulun. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise for the national anthem of the winning team, Finland. Kiitoksia arvoisa yleisö. Vuoden 2022 IIHF jääkiekon MM-kisat jatkuvat huomenna täällä Nokia-areenalla ottelulla Ruotsi Itävalla kello 12:20. Tervetuloa! The 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament will continue tomorrow here in Nokia Arena at 12:20 p.m. with the game Team Sweden against Team Austria. Welcome!
Matisse, things were so close in the first period. Then things got away. What happened?
I think we played an efficient game in the first period. We moved the puck forward, and then they kind of took over with their skill too. They're a very good team, and they got confidence and got a couple goals and kind of got the energy.
This is such a different atmosphere from last year when it was in the bubble. What's it like to play in a hostile environment like this?
This is amazing. I think Finnish fans is pretty awesome. They're making the atmosphere fantastic, and yeah, it's amazing.
I know your brother Ken Andre wasn't playing tonight, and he's on your top line normally. If he's added into the lineup, how will that change your offense?
Oh, it's gonna give us a lot of energy. He's definitely maybe our most important player offensively, and so he's a key player. We need him, and we hope he's gonna be back next game.
One more question, and you can answer this one in Norwegian, but just tell me about the atmosphere tonight playing against Finland in their home rink.
Det var fantastisk. Det var finske fans de er herlige. De lager en ramme rundt matchen som vi bare kan drømme om. Så det var kult. Litt synd vi ikke fikk noe poeng, men sånn er det.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Joel, there were over 11,000 fans in here, most of them cheering for Finland. What was this atmosphere like to play in tonight?
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome to play again, in front of our home fans. So, yeah, I hope they come to the rink for the next game too.
You're playing in your first senior world championship, and you got a goal and an assist tonight. What honor is it for you to represent Finland at this level?
Yeah, it's an honor, of course. It wasn't hard to say yes to the invitation to come play for Finland, because I haven't really played in such a long time. So yeah, it's special.
This year has been amazing for your team. You guys captured the Olympic gold medal. You're ranked #1 in the world. Do you feel like you have a target on your back?
I don't know. I don't feel like the locker rooms feel that way either. I think we just focus on our own thing here and play hard every game.
I'm going to ask you one more question, Joel, and if you could answer it in Finnish. I'm sorry, I don't speak Finnish.
Right.
What was it like to get this first win at this tournament in your first World Championship in front of this home crowd?
Tuntui tosi hyvältä, että ei se peli hirveän kaunista ollut siinä alussa, mutta pysyttiin vaan kärsivällisenä koko pelin ja saatiin tarvittavat maalit. Että tuntuu kyllä tosi hyvältä.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.
Thank you.
Hyvä Mikke.
Oliko viininkiä, hä? Ai saatana, pöheli viininkiä. Hyvä Köppinen.
Ilvessorin jälkeen tuli Tapsuin. Nyt Tampereen rakastaa saa.
Koko rahaa edes päälle. Oli vitun mitkä vaihtoehto.
Kuuliksä, että vittu sä lähet saatana?
Kyllä suurimmat meni Mikel tänäänkin saatana. Yleisö otti vittu.
Team Norway